And so it got to the point you weren't hitting your quota, and they were pressing you, right?
Yeah, they were pressing me as well. But then eventually I had to do something pretty fucked up in order to meet that quota.
What?
I sort
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, we got to this. So before you get into that, I will point out. So you're there. You're not hitting the quota. They're telling you, mate, you're not hitting the quota. You need to be able to hit the quota. And you're like, you're in a shit. You're a rock bottom kind of thing. You don't want to lose them because they feel like a family. They feel like a good network and support. Them themselves, and also, as far as you're concerned, you're on the path to get your dream achieved.
Yeah.
And the thing that you need, is my assertion, is money, right? So Alan, you can only do the thing, and obviously I remember what we were talking about at the time. Since you were 14 in 9 months, you didn't have any job or anything like that. Your parents just wanted you to focus on school, which is a typical story for most Asian kids our age.
Yeah.
Going to school, we didn't. When now, as we're older and we've worked, we go, oh, if only they'd let me work. Hey, I would have learnt so much. There's so much you learn when you're able to work, especially at a young age. But obviously you weren't able to work. Going into being, at the time, I think you were 19.
Yeah.
No real job at the time to make any income to kind of fund this thing that you want to be part of. So you had to
borrow from friends and family at first.
Yes, which made it even worse.
And then eventually I did
because not all your friends and family are going to keep giving you money.
Yeah.
How did you get them to lend you money? What did you tell them?
I just asked them, look, I really need money for this business and all that. And they were happy to lend it to me.
Yeah, because obviously that's what you told them. It was for a business, and they're thinking, oh, okay, well, he's doing something to help himself. Like, who am I to get in the way of that, eh?
Yeah. And then the thing is, like, eventually I did something pretty illegal.
Very illegal?
Pretty illegal.
Pretty illegal.
Yeah, I sold a pair of fake sneakers.
You sold a pair of fake sneakers.
In order to fund for this.
How much did you sell them for again?
1.5k.
1.5k. And how much were they probably worth? Understanding that, resale market is like not resale. Copy, not copy market. What is it? A replica. Replica market does exist. How much would a replica of that actually cost?
120.
Oh mate, you're making it hard. What a profit, huh?
Yeah, fucking haram money.
Give us a cut, cunt. So you sold fake sneakers.
Yeah.
And obviously that was when, I mean, if you think about it, and we'll get into it because the things about the audio's, the minute's about to finish, but once you'd sold it, right?
Yeah.
And you got that money, how'd you feel? You feel very good?
I felt, finally, another weight's taken off my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I've got the money. I'm going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Fuck. So the point we left off on was, being roped up into a pyramid scheme and everything that had to do with selling a fake shoe.
Yeah. Okay, what happened was eventually, a week later, the dude found out that they were fake after he took it to some store to check it. And then it was just a headache. And then eventually, I tried to delay and all that.
What do you mean by delay?
I tried to delay refunding him.
Oh, okay. So as in he hit you up and goes, "Hey, bro, they're fake."
Yeah.
And then you went, "Really? I don't know." Is that what you said?
Yeah. I tried acting dumb.
Yeah. You were like, "What'd you say?"
I was like, What? Really? Oh my goodness! Like, I swear to God, I bought it from that store.
Yeah.
But really, what I did was actually, bought
it from fucking Mr. Ming down the road, huh? Fucking Uncle Ming.
And I did something pretty fucked up. I even had to fake a receipt.
I mean, I don't think that was too fucked up. Faking the receipt, I don't think it's fucked up. I think it's, I mean, if you're gonna fucking, dedicate to your craft, not faking the receipt would be irresponsible.
Yeah.
But alright, so obviously showed how much you were dedicated to getting away with it. You faked the receipt.
Yeah.
To show him that it was legit.
Yeah.
Which is adding to obviously the fact that it wasn't. Yeah, you're really trying to misguide this guy. He saw the receipt, and what did he do?
He said, something's not right. Eventually, he demanded me to return the money.
Yeah, he was just like, give me my money back.
And then I'm like, I didn't have any money at the time because I used it all on that. You know what I'm saying?
Gave it to the other people.
And
did you go to them and ask for your money back?
No.
Okay.
Like, I gave it to the pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Like, eventually, like, it just got too much, so I blocked him off just to try and relieve my stress.
Blocked him off?
Yeah, blocked him off.
Oh, so while he was sitting at... Wow. Hey, I'll give you this, right? Right now, like... We obviously understand the context of this, why you were doing such a quote-unquote horrible thing. Horrible. But it goes to show you, like, this is one perspective of the breakdown of the other side. You know, a lot of people get scammed, they don't find out about it and stuff like that. This is that breakdown where Alan, you're telling me like, so first of all, I tried to delay him, you know, by talking and stuff like that. Then he's like, yeah, I want my money back, and you couldn't do anything about it. You blocked him,
Yeah.
right? And obviously, in his end, oh, I just got blocked, which obviously resulted in him hitting up the cops, right?
Yeah.
The cops were called. Fuck. And then what?
Yeah. So then, as soon as I actually got a call from the police, they said, "Please come down to the station and we need to talk it out."
What? How did you feel when that happened?
I'm like, "Oh shit!" But then I tried to.
How'd you go on the phone call?
I'm like, okay. But I shut it off. I didn't respond to them.
Oh.
I tried to. My parents didn't know about it.
You didn't tell your parents? And
I
you
didn't tell my parents about it.
Mm.
And then on one Sunday morning, they knocked on our doors.
What the fuck were you thinking? Did you think they're just gonna go away?
Yeah.
You funny cunt.
And then as soon as the cops knocked,
Yeah.
I broke down.
Yeah. What happened? Like, did your parents open the door?
And then I broke down.
Your parents opened the door.
Yeah.
So the cops knocked. Parents opened the door. You see fucking officer, hello, and you just fucking hit the floor.
I cried down, and then eventually the cops felt extremely sorry for me.
Yeah.
And said, "Okay, we'll give you 3 months to resolve this. Otherwise, we'll have to
we'll
charge you for fraud."
Yeah, we'll charge you and shit like that. Yeah.
And then eventually, everything just became a nightmare. I told the pyramid scheme team about what happened.
Yeah.
They said, "You know what? Fuck off."
Yeah, because they didn't want to be, not co-signed, but they didn't want to be associated. Like it's kind of like, if they didn't know, good. Like if you never told them, they would have been fine with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but once you told them, it's kind of like, oh fuck, now like we're already sketchy, and you've had to do something sketchy to keep being sketchy. Fuck, it's not a good look. Yeah, fuck off. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like if you have to rob and steal to be a part of the pyramid scheme, good. Just don't make that a fact to the people within, because if they know, then that, like, now they officially have to not, you know, be cool with taking your money kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they'd like rather not there. So yeah, they were like, get the fuck out. What'd they say to you when you were like, this is what happened?
They said because of that, you're no longer associated with our team.
Yeah.
So you must return all the things that I bought off them. They didn't even bother refunding me.
Well, what'd you buy off them? Those little fucking plastic shit. Like, you know that when you go to their seminars and they have those wavy, inflatable.
No,
things?
badge.
Oh,
And
they
a
took
shirt.
your badge.
They took my badge back, which I paid $30 for. They took my shirt back. They said, "At least can you give me a refund?" I said, "Nah, fuck off, your loss."
Why did you even give it back to them? You didn't owe it to them.
I was forced to give it back
Why?
because it's part of the policy. You have to return the
Fuck! You signed, didn't you?
things. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I was so rock bottom at that point. Like, I was crying. I was having a lot of sleepiness. Like, it was even worse than when I was getting fucked over by my agency, by my fake agency.
I mean, rank them. Pyramid scheme, agency, X.
Pyramid scheme, number 1. Number 2, agency. Number 3, X.
Because bitches ain't shit but hoes and chicks. Hey, bitches ain't shit but hoes and chicks.
It's a classic.
Ah, fucking.
Anyways,
I mean,
yeah.
it shows like you and I are from the same time. So pyramid scheme, and then you got kicked out. You were already at rock bottom, but someone helped you find out fucking bedrock, real rock bottom.
Like to the earth's core.
Yeah, because like, you know, even the shoes, at least you had like, you thought you had your kind of place of support, you know, your kind of social group. But then it turns around like, oh fuck, and y'all won't even let me keep the fucking badge. Wow.
Not even the shirt as well.
Yeah, fuck. How much was the shirt?
$40.
$40. You're an idiot. That's such. You should sell that shirt. That's just a souvenir.
Or maybe I should have just burned it in front of them.
Nah, you should have sold the shirt, bro. That shirt was worth 1,500. Think about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Think about it. It's like a souvenir. It's like you know when Dick Smith was going out of business?
Yeah.
I went in and bought shirts. I bought their their new logo polo, and I also bought, I think, a high vis jumper that had like the Dick Smith, but like the guy's head, the old logo.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah. But how much do
Yeah.
you think that goes for now?
Probably around like 1.5 grand.
Oh, you bitch! You want to buy it off me? It's real. It's authentic. I don't have the receipt. So right, we're pretty much the Earth's core now. Do we get any deeper than this, or are we about to climb up?
Well, when I started climbing up, like I actually wanted to commit suicide at this point. Like I wanted to just, like, hang myself.
Okay, you wanted to kill yourself.
I
Were
wanted to
you
kill
gonna
myself.
hang yourself? That was the way you thought you were gonna go about it.
Yeah, I was planning on just hanging myself. I was going planning to go down to the park and just get a skipping rope and hang myself from
A
there.
skipping rope, hangman's noose, or were you just gonna like? Because first of all, you know it's illegal to tie hangman's noose. Like that's a fucking
Yeah.
weapon, right? But were you gonna figure out how to sort it out, or
Yeah, I was.
like you were gonna? Because I'll be honest, if it was me, I'd be too late. I'm not good with knots, man. I wouldn't hangman's noose. I think I'd fail. Like I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, I was planning to hang myself, but then eventually something made me stop.
What?
I started thinking about my dreams. For some reason, my goals and my dreams started keeping me alive, started coming back to me within me. And I'm like, I had to start recovering. So eventually, what I did was I opened a movie and just watched it. Creed, my favorite movie, just to get my motivation back.
Is that a
was-
boxing movie?
Yeah, I love that movie. It's my favorite movie. That gave me my motivation back.
Have you
and-
watched the movies that came before that movie? Rocky?
Rocky? No, Creed.
Didn't Creed is based off like it's following the story of Rocky,
Yeah.
right? After like it's
Yeah, I
just
might watch Rocky.
you should watch Rocky.
Yeah? Yeah, maybe I should.
Oh, dude. Well, first of all, I think everyone you know the story of Sylvester Stallone
Yeah, I know
of
him.
how you know how he got like that movie out, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He was a motherfucker with a dream. No one let him into his dream because he couldn't talk. Like, he had like the paralyzed face because I think a nerve was cut in his eyebrow or something like that.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm not surprised at all. Creed was the movie that you watched. You know, to pay homage to I mean, think about it. You're watching Creed because some guy couldn't afford to pay his rent and had to sell his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You owe it to him to go watch all the other Rocky movies, have to.
Of course.
especially at least the first Rocky movie, bro. You
Yeah.
have I'm saying that as someone who, and everyone knows this, everyone who watches this podcast knows, I don't watch shows and stuff, I don't watch movies, I just watch around things. I know, you know, like, if you talk about Creed, I haven't watched Creed, I think I have, but I don't remember paying full attention to ADHD as fuck, but I know the story, you know, it's Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets that girl, the girl obviously was always a girl,
Tessa Thompson.
and did he fight a Russian guy?
Russian guy. Oh, that was in Creed 2.
He fights the guy that,
That killed his father.
really?
Yeah.
But that guy's old then.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, so you watch Creed, and how do you feel after watching
And
Creed?
I felt a bit better, but I was still pretty rock bottom. Like, I had to start paying back the money that I was owing to not just
Yeah.
the dude I
So what did you
fucked
do to
over.
get the money?
Well, I applied for more tutoring jobs. Odd.
I thought you went, well, I sold fake gloves.
No. Well, what happened was I just applied for a lot of odd jobs for tutoring and all that. Like, they were inconsistent clients and all that.
But
And
at that point, you were more worried about, you need to make this 1.5.
yeah, I needed
How
to
long
get
did
that
it take you to make 1.5?
Sorry?
How long did it take you to make the money back?
2.5
Months?
months.
Fuck.
And my parents were even taking money out of their bank account. And even my family friends who I borrowed just said, don't worry about paying us back.
Nice.
They were so concerned about me. They're like,
Hey, you know what was good?
What?
You remember when you weren't at rock bottom? Well, when you were kind of lost, you didn't know who your close friends and stuff were.
yeah.
And obviously, yeah, the pyramid scheme like a big kind of representation of that.
Yeah?
But can you see how when you hit rock bottom, you got to see the people who you're like, oh fuck, like these are my people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna waste the time. Like, and if you know this, Alan, if I can say Aaron,
Arab.
if you know this, Alan, like, you save a lot of bullshit, eh?
Yeah.
And like now you don't have to be worried about who's trying to sell back your dream.
Yeah.
You're gonna work for your dream. The people who support you, and no one's gonna convince you. No one's gonna, oh yeah, man. And like the way the pyramid scheme happened.
Yeah.
You know, the pyramid scheme happened during a time where you're lost. You don't know who your friends are and things like that. You know, you borrowed money off a bunch. Oh no, you haven't borrowed money. But obviously you ended up borrowing money. But yeah, and then after all this, you go through such a shit time and you lose friends because of it. And then you see, I'm not saying who your real friends are because it's not to say the people you lost were fake people. Pyramid scheme people probably were. But you got to see the people who were that, despite your problems and whatever is you, they accept that and they're willing to be there for that. They co-sign your success. They want, you know, some kind of good for you.
Yeah.
They're happy if you're happy.
Yeah, that's it.
And you
So
got
yeah,
to see
they
those
helped. My
people.
parents also helped me return the money back.
How'd your
though.
parents take it when the fucking cops showed up and everything?
Of course they were angry. They were pissed off. They said, "You're better off in jail and all that."
Yeah, they were like, "
Yeah.
Tao cho mày ăn học. Mày. You go, oh fuck, Simon, no flashback.
No, come on. I'm trying not to get into that. Like,
But,
yeah. Like,
but I'm not trying to like bring up a harsh thing on you. I'm drawing that commonality though, like because like that's the last thing you want. Trust me, I know where you're coming from. Like everything that we've grown up on, that's it's world shattering, isn't it? It fucking cracks your world. It's kind of like if I'm gonna be bad, I just don't want my parents to know. If I have to be this bad I just don't need my parents to know, like because obviously the mindset that you have when you kind of fool yourself is, okay, if I'm bad I'm just going to get through this bad, don't let them know, and I'll be good, and they can just know the good, and I'll just be good, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
And trust me, I can imagine how like fucking harrowing the feeling must have felt.
Yeah.